Fearless Living: How to Overcome Doubt and Achieve Your Dreams. Written and published by Sonic Digest. Fear is a master of disguise, often cloaked in rational excuses or quiet hesitations. It whispers caution when courage is needed and spins webs of doubt where confidence should thrive. It's not always loud or dramatic. It often lives in the subtle moments, in the pause before speaking up, in the step not taken, in the dream quietly shelved for another day. Yet, despite its pervasive presence, fear isn't the villain it pretends to be. It's a signpost, pointing to the places where growth and transformation await. For too long, fear has been treated as an adversary to conquer or banish. But the truth is far more empowering. Fear can be a compass, revealing what truly matters and calling you to rise above limitations you've unconsciously accepted. It's not about being reckless or fearless in the literal sense. It's about living fully, despite the fears that arise. This journey isn't about magical transformations or sudden breakthroughs. It's about peeling back the layers of doubt, taking bold, deliberate steps, and discovering the incredible power within you to chart your own path. Each decision made with intention and courage weakens the grip of fear and strengthens your ability to create a life aligned with your dreams. Imagine what would happen if fear stopped being the voice that held you back and became the energy that propelled you forward. What could you achieve if doubt no longer dictated your choices? This isn't a distant fantasy. It's a reality within your reach. But to step into that reality, you must first dare to confront what holds you captive, reframe it, and transform it into fuel for your journey. The path to fearless living isn't about perfection or the absence of struggle. It's about resilience, clarity, and the quiet but undeniable strength of choosing to move forward when everything inside you says to stop. This is the path to a life not limited by hesitation but defined by purpose, courage, and the pursuit of your greatest potential. Chapter 1. Understanding the Roots of Fear. Fear begins its journey in the recesses of the mind, often quietly seeded by past experiences, societal expectations, or inherited beliefs. These roots, though invisible, wield immense power over the choices we make and the paths we choose to avoid. It is not simply the loud, dramatic fears that shape us, but the small, seemingly insignificant hesitations that accumulate over time. At its core, fear thrives on uncertainty. The human mind, designed to seek patterns and predict outcomes, struggles with the unknown, and fear emerges as a response to protect us from perceived dangers. Yet, not all dangers are real. Often, what we fear is not the event itself, but the imagined consequences, the rejection, failure, or discomfort we believe will follow. These imagined outcomes become mental barriers, shaping how we view challenges and dictating how we approach opportunities. Fear clouds judgment, encouraging us to retreat when courage is needed and to settle for less when striving for more feels risky. The impact is subtle but profound, infiltrating everything from career decisions to personal relationships, from creative pursuits to the way we dream. Understanding fear's origins involves peeling back layers of learned behavior. The fear of rejection may stem from early experiences of criticism. The fear of failure may be tied to an environment where mistakes were punished instead of treated as stepping stones to growth. These fears are often not our own, but borrowed from external influences, a critical voice, a societal norm, or even generational conditioning. As these roots deepen, they shape decision-making. Fear narrows perspective, convincing us that the risks outweigh the rewards, that staying in the comfort zone is safer than venturing into the unknown. It fosters indecision, making even the simplest choices feel overwhelming. Over time, it becomes a silent force, steering us away from the life we envision and into a place of compromise. But fear is not immovable. By tracing it back to its source, we begin to understand its mechanisms. Awareness of these roots weakens their hold, allowing us to challenge the stories we've internalized and the narratives that limit us. Fear may have shaped parts of our past, but it doesn't have to define the future. Once you recognize how fear takes root, you open the door to reshaping its influence and reclaiming control over your choices. Chapter 2. Breaking the cycle of self-doubt. Self-doubt often operates as a silent loop in the mind, repeating narratives of inadequacy and hesitation that become increasingly difficult to ignore. These patterns, though subtle, wield significant influence over the way individuals perceive themselves and their capabilities. The roots of self-doubt are often buried in past experiences, moments when failure was magnified or successes were dismissed as flukes. Over time, these fleeting thoughts solidify into beliefs, shaping the lens through which we view ourselves. Negative thinking rarely appears in isolation. It thrives in cycles, one doubt feeding into another until the mind becomes a web of insecurities. A single setback is interpreted as a reflection of inherent flaws, and every decision thereafter is tainted by the fear of repeating that perceived failure. These mental loops become self-fulfilling prophecies, where the fear of failure ensures a lack of effort or risk, thereby increasing the likelihood of underperformance. The influence of self-doubt extends far beyond the individual. It affects how relationships are formed, how opportunities are pursued, and how challenges are approached. It manifests in hesitations to take on leadership roles, reluctance to voice ideas, or a tendency to settle for less than what one truly desires. When self-doubt becomes habitual, it creates a life of limits, a constant battle between aspirations and the belief that those aspirations are out of reach. Breaking this cycle requires an intentional shift in how one interacts with their thoughts. Identifying the recurring themes of negativity is the first step. Often, these thoughts are cloaked in the guise of reason, presenting themselves as logical caution rather than baseless fear. Recognizing them for what they truly are, barriers rather than truths, weakens their hold. Once the patterns are identified, they must be challenged. Replacing the inner critic with a voice of encouragement is not about blind positivity, but about fairness, acknowledging achievements, however small, and allowing them to carry as much weight as perceived shortcomings. Shifting focus from outcomes to effort is another powerful tool, emphasizing the value of trying over the result itself. Breaking free from self-doubt is also about taking deliberate action in spite of it. Confidence does not come before action. It is built through it. Each step taken against the grain of doubt creates a counter-narrative, one that asserts capability over hesitation. These actions do not have to be monumental. Even small, consistent steps challenge the cycle and pave the way for larger changes. The journey out of self-doubt is not about erasing fear or negativity, but learning to navigate them without being controlled by them. By identifying the patterns that hold you back and challenging their authority, you open the door to growth. You begin to rewrite the narrative, one that replaces hesitation with resilience and replaces limits with possibility. Chapter 3. Transforming fear into strength. Fear, though often perceived as an obstacle, holds immense potential to become a source of power and growth. At its core, fear is an instinct, a signal that demands attention. While it can paralyze, it can also energize. The difference lies in how it is approached, not as an enemy to avoid, but as a force to embrace and redirect. The presence of fear is a testament to being on the edge of growth. It signifies that something meaningful is at stake, whether it's a dream, a challenge, or a change. When fear is harnessed, it sharpens focus, fuels determination, and reveals untapped potential. It is in the moments of greatest fear that the deepest reservoirs of courage are discovered. Fear does not diminish strength. It calls for it. Transforming fear begins with acknowledging its presence without judgment. Resistance only magnifies its intensity. Instead of avoiding the feeling, leaning into it provides clarity about its roots. Is it the fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown? Understanding what triggers the fear creates an opportunity to dismantle its power. Once fear is understood, it must be reframed. Rather than viewing it as a barrier, it can be seen as a guide, pointing toward what matters most. The fear of failure, for example, often highlights deeply held desires and ambitions. It is a sign of caring, of being invested. By shifting the narrative, fear becomes a reminder of what is worth pursuing, rather than what must be avoided. Channeling fear into action transforms its energy. It is inaction that feeds fear, allowing it to grow unchecked in the mind. Taking even small, deliberate steps in the face of fear diminishes its control. Action turns uncertainty into experience, and with experience comes confidence. There is a strength that arises when fear is confronted repeatedly. Each time it is faced, its hold weakens, and resilience strengthens. This resilience becomes a foundation, not just for overcoming immediate challenges, but for navigating future uncertainties with greater ease. Fear, once a source of limitation, becomes a wellspring of fortitude. Fear also has the power to deepen connection with oneself and with others. Sharing fears and vulnerabilities fosters trust and understanding. It reveals the common humanity that exists beneath the surface of confidence and composure. In this shared space, fear becomes less isolating and more empowering, a bridge rather than a wall. Through fear, a paradox unfolds. The very force that threatens to destabilize becomes the catalyst for empowerment. It sharpens instincts, amplifies focus, and clarifies priorities. By transforming fear into strength, life's challenges are no longer sources of dread, but opportunities to grow, to persevere, and to discover the extraordinary potential that lies within. Chapter 4. Building Confidence. Step by step. Confidence is not something bestowed upon a select few. It is cultivated through deliberate, consistent action. It is built in layers, each step reinforcing the foundation and preparing the way for greater achievements. The journey to unshakable self-belief begins not with grand gestures but with small, purposeful actions that challenge doubt and nurture self-assurance. Every step matters. Confidence grows when you prove to yourself, even in the smallest ways, that you are capable. Completing a single task, facing a minor fear, or honoring a personal commitment creates a ripple effect. Each success, no matter how modest, adds to the reservoir of self-belief. This steady accumulation of victories, no matter their size, forms the backbone of confidence. Intentionality is key. Building confidence requires choosing actions that align with personal goals and values. When actions are grounded in purpose, they carry more weight and create a deeper sense of accomplishment. Whether it's speaking up in a meeting, learning a new skill, or setting boundaries in relationships. These acts are not just steps forward. They are declarations of worth and ability. Self-doubt often thrives in the face of perfectionism. The belief that confidence only comes after flawless performance is a myth. Confidence grows in the willingness to try, to risk imperfection, and to learn. It is in the act of doing, even when uncertainty lingers, that confidence takes root. Courage to act despite fear is what sets the foundation for enduring self-belief. Consistency transforms effort into habit. By taking intentional actions regularly, confidence becomes less dependent on specific outcomes and more a state of being. The habit of showing up for yourself, regardless of external circumstances, cultivates a deep inner trust. This trust becomes a stabilizing force, helping to navigate challenges with resilience and clarity. A key aspect of building confidence is the ability to acknowledge and celebrate progress. Recognizing even the smallest achievements reinforces a sense of capability. Too often, accomplishments are dismissed or minimized, leaving doubt to persist. By pausing to honor each step, however small, a powerful message is sent to oneself. I am capable, and I am growing. The path to confidence also involves redefining failure. Instead of viewing missteps as evidence of inadequacy, they can be seen as integral to growth. Failure is a teacher, not a verdict. Each setback carries insights that, when embraced, become stepping stones toward greater competence and assurance. Confidence is not about being fearless or perfect. It is about building a relationship with yourself that is rooted in trust, effort, and perseverance. Step by step, action by action, it evolves into an unshakable belief in your ability to face challenges, pursue dreams, and live authentically. By taking those first small steps, the path to a confident, empowered life begins to unfold. Chapter 5. Embracing challenges with an open mind. Challenges are an inevitable part of life, yet they hold within them a unique potential to shape, teach, and elevate us. To embrace challenges with an open mind is to step beyond the instinctive fear of the unknown and see obstacles for what they truly are, opportunities to stretch boundaries, expand perspectives, and discover untapped strength. The essence of growth lies in facing the unfamiliar. Challenges often arrive uninvited, disrupting comfort and routine. While the initial reaction might be resistance, an open mind transforms these disruptions into moments of possibility. Every obstacle offers a lesson waiting to be uncovered, a skill waiting to be honed, and a truth waiting to be embraced. An open mind begins with curiosity. Instead of approaching difficulties with dread or frustration, it involves asking questions. What can this teach me? How can this situation make me stronger? By shifting focus from the problem to the potential, the mind transitions from a reactive state to a proactive one. Curiosity sparks a willingness to explore alternatives, seek solutions, and uncover hidden paths forward. Obstacles often challenge deeply held beliefs about our abilities. They force a confrontation with self-imposed limitations and unexamined fears. However, these moments also provide the chance to rewrite those narratives. When met with resilience and openness, challenges reveal just how adaptable and resourceful we can be. They act as mirrors, reflecting inner capabilities that might otherwise remain hidden. Perspective is key. A challenge can either be seen as an insurmountable wall or a stepping stone. This shift in perception requires conscious effort, but yields immense rewards. Obstacles often hold unexpected gifts, whether it's a newfound strength, a deeper understanding, or a connection with others who share the journey. By reframing difficulties as opportunities, we cultivate a mindset that thrives in adversity. Embracing challenges also fosters innovation. When familiar approaches fail, the need to think creatively arises. This creativity is often born out of necessity, pushing boundaries and inspiring breakthroughs. Obstacles become the crucible in which ingenuity and perseverance are forged, leading to solutions that may have seemed impossible before. An open mind is also a compassionate one. Challenges test not only our abilities, but also our capacity for empathy and understanding. They provide a window into the struggles of others, fostering connection and shared humanity. This broader perspective enriches personal growth and creates a sense of purpose that transcends individual circumstances. To embrace challenges fully is to let go of rigid expectations. The path to success is rarely linear. It twists, turns, and often doubles back. Each detour presents a chance to learn something new, to adapt, and to grow stronger. By releasing the need for control and perfection, we make room for the unexpected gifts that challenges bring. The journey through obstacles is never easy, but it is always worthwhile. With an open mind, challenges become not just tests of endurance, but catalysts for transformation. They reveal the boundless potential within, showing us that every setback holds the seed of a greater comeback, and every difficulty carries the promise of discovery. Chapter 6. Navigating Uncertainty with Clarity. Uncertainty is an undeniable part of life, a force that can unsettle even the most steadfast plans and challenge the firmest resolve. Yet within the unpredictable lies a profound opportunity to cultivate focus and composure. The ability to navigate uncertainty with clarity does not mean having all the answers. It means trusting your ability to adapt, decide, and move forward with purpose, even when the path ahead is unclear. Clarity begins with a calm mind. When the unknown looms large, the initial impulse is often panic or hesitation. Emotions surge, clouding judgment and distorting perception. However, true composure is found in stillness, the capacity to pause, breathe, and create space between reaction and action. This deliberate moment of calm allows you to approach challenges with a sense of balance, breaking free from impulsive decisions born out of fear. In unpredictable situations, focus becomes a guiding force. Instead of fixating on what might go wrong, attention can be directed toward what can be controlled. Anchoring yourself in actionable steps shifts the narrative from helplessness to empowerment. Each step, no matter how small, contributes to building momentum, providing a sense of purpose and progress even amidst chaos. Perspective plays a powerful role in navigating uncertainty. Viewing unpredictable circumstances as temporary rather than permanent allows for resilience to flourish. Life's storms may obscure the horizon, but they do not last forever. By recognizing that uncertainty is a passing phase rather than an insurmountable state, you cultivate a mindset capable of weathering any storm. Clarity also comes from knowing your priorities. When faced with unpredictability, it's easy to get caught in a whirlwind of distractions. Refocusing on what truly matters helps cut through the noise, aligning actions with core values and long-term goals. This alignment serves as a compass, providing direction when external markers are obscured. Flexibility is essential. The unpredictable often demands a willingness to pivot, to reframe challenges as opportunities to experiment and innovate. Rigid adherence to preconceived notions or fixed plans can amplify stress, whereas adaptability opens doors to unexpected solutions. It is not about abandoning your vision, but finding new routes to reach it when obstacles arise. Uncertainty also calls for trust in yourself, in your abilities, and in the process of growth. The unknown can be intimidating, but it is also a space where potential thrives. By trusting your capacity to navigate through ambiguity, you unlock courage and creativity. This trust doesn't eliminate the unknown, it transforms your relationship with it, replacing dread with curiosity and confidence. Connection can provide strength during uncertain times. Sharing experiences with others fosters understanding and mutual support, reminding you that you are not alone. Seeking counsel, exchanging ideas, or simply leaning on trusted relationships can illuminate paths forward that might have been difficult to see alone. Ultimately, clarity in uncertainty is not about eliminating unpredictability, but about learning to thrive within it. It is the art of standing steady in the midst of change, embracing the unknown not as a threat, but as a teacher. With focus, composure, and a willingness to adapt, the uncertain becomes less daunting, a challenge not to avoid, but to embrace with strength and purpose. Chapter 7. Unlocking the Power of Purpose. Purpose is the driving force that propels us forward, giving meaning to our daily lives and a deeper connection to the work we do. It is not merely an abstract idea. It is a tangible force that shapes the decisions we make, the relationships we nurture, and the impact we have on the world around us. When aligned with our true values and deepest aspirations, purpose acts as a beacon, guiding us through both calm seas and turbulent storms. At its core, purpose is about knowing why you do what you do, beyond the surface level of tasks and routines. It is the internal compass that helps you navigate the complexities of life. When your actions are in harmony with this core purpose, there is a sense of fulfillment that arises naturally. Work no longer feels like a burden, and challenges transform into opportunities for growth. Finding purpose starts with deep introspection. It requires looking beyond the external pressures and expectations to tap into what truly drives you. What are the values that shape your worldview? What causes stir a fire within you? What is the work or mission that would make your heart feel full, no matter how difficult the journey? Purpose is often not something we find in an instant, but through a process of self-reflection, exploration, and an openness to discovering who we are at the deepest level. Once you identify your purpose, it is crucial to integrate it into your daily life. This does not mean that every action must be monumental or life-changing, but that each choice, no matter how small, is aligned with the vision of your purpose. When your actions reflect your true values, each task becomes an extension of your deeper self, creating a sense of unity between your intentions and reality. This alignment fosters a deep sense of inner peace, because you are no longer pulled in multiple directions by conflicting desires or external demands. Purpose also serves as a stabilizing force in times of hardship. When faced with adversity, it can be easy to lose sight of what matters, but purpose serves as a reminder of why you keep going. It is in these moments of struggle that purpose can be the anchor that holds you steady. It transforms challenges into stepping stones rather than obstacles, reframing setbacks as part of the larger journey toward fulfilling your mission. The more clearly your actions reflect your purpose, the more powerful the energy becomes. There is a natural flow that occurs when you align your efforts with your purpose. Doors open, opportunities arise, and resources seem to align with your vision. This is not mere coincidence. This is the magnetic pull of purpose, drawing toward you the people, experiences, and situations that resonate with your deeper values. Incorporating purpose into your life also requires setting clear intentions. Each step you take should be in service of the bigger picture, and those small decisions accumulate to create significant impact over time. The process of defining goals with purpose in mind ensures that your efforts are intentional and consistent, making it easier to stay on track, even when life's distractions threaten to pull you off course. Purpose fuels perseverance. It is the reminder that what you are doing matters and has lasting value. When you are clear about your purpose, every challenge becomes a part of a larger narrative, a narrative of meaning, growth, and contribution. In these moments, the effort you put into overcoming difficulties feels worthwhile because it is always in service of something bigger than the immediate struggle. Purpose also shapes your legacy. As you align your actions with your deepest values, you create a ripple effect that influences others in ways you may not even realize. By living with purpose, you inspire those around you to do the same. Your example becomes a guide, showing that life can be lived intentionally, with meaning at the heart of every decision. When you live with purpose, you no longer have to search for meaning. It is embedded in everything you do. Every challenge becomes a lesson, every action a step towards something greater, and every day an opportunity to move closer to the person you are meant to become. Purpose gives life its true richness and significance, transforming the mundane into the extraordinary. Chapter 8. Cultivating a Fearless Mindset. The foundation of a fearless life rests on the strength of the mind. It is not about the absence of fear, but the capacity to step forward in the face of it. The shift in mindset begins when you stop viewing fear as an obstacle to avoid, but as an opportunity to seize. Every moment of fear holds within it the potential for growth, transformation, and a deeper understanding of what truly matters. Embracing this truth can transform not only how you live, but also how you perceive the world. Fear often emerges as a response to the unknown, to that which we have not yet experienced or understood. It is rooted in the desire to protect ourselves from harm, to maintain the safety of the familiar. But what if we viewed the unknown not as a threat, but as a canvas of endless possibilities? When you alter your perception of fear, it no longer holds the power to paralyze. Instead, it becomes a signal to act, to explore, to push past the comfort zone into uncharted territory where growth resides. Shifting your perspective requires a deliberate choice, to engage with fear rather than retreat from it. When you stop running from the discomfort that fear brings, you start to realize that it is in these moments of discomfort that your potential is most fully realized. It is easy to stay within the bounds of what is safe and predictable, But true growth lies in the spaces where risk exists, where challenge becomes the catalyst for greatness. A fearless mindset starts with the recognition that failure is not a dead end. It is a stepping stone. Every failure is a lesson, a chance to refine and adjust your approach. It teaches you resilience, not by offering a perfect outcome, but by showing you the process of persistence. The more you allow yourself to fail, the more adept you become at navigating the inevitable setbacks that life will throw your way. Taking risks means embracing uncertainty and relinquishing the need for total control. It is about trusting that even if things don't unfold as planned, you will still emerge with valuable lessons. There is an inherent beauty in surrendering to the flow of life, recognizing that the best opportunities often come when you stop trying to dictate every outcome. A fearless mindset doesn't seek to avoid life's unpredictability. It learns how to dance with it. Part of cultivating this mindset is reframing failure as feedback. Rather than seeing failure as proof of inadequacy, view it as a powerful indicator of where you can improve, adjust, and grow. The truly fearless are not those who never stumble, but those who take each misstep as an invitation to learn and move forward with renewed determination. Another aspect of a fearless mindset is the willingness to make bold decisions without the paralysis of overthinking. Oftentimes, fear arises from the weight of indecision, from the anxiety of making the wrong choice. However, most choices are not as permanent as we fear they are. Life is dynamic, and many roads can lead to fulfillment, even if they differ from the path originally envisioned. Making decisions with clarity and confidence, without waiting for perfect conditions, accelerates growth and moves you closer to your goals. To embrace a fearless mindset, you must also learn to let go of the need for validation. When you are driven by an authentic vision of who you are and what you are capable of, the opinions and expectations of others lose their grip. Their judgments become irrelevant to your journey because your decisions are guided by your own internal compass. The fear of judgment often holds people back, but when you shift your focus inward, you begin to realize that your true power comes from staying true to yourself, regardless of external opinions. Surrounding yourself with people who also cultivate fearlessness is essential. The energy of others can either fuel or diminish your own courage. Being in the company of those who are committed to growth, who embrace risk as part of their journey, reinforces the mindset of fearlessness. They serve as reminders that challenges are not barriers, but invitations to push beyond our limitations. Ultimately, a fearless mindset is not about suppressing emotions or forcing oneself into perpetual action. It's about honoring your fears, acknowledging their presence, and choosing to move forward despite them. It's about understanding that fear is a natural human response, but it need not dictate the course of your life. When you choose to face your fears with curiosity, courage, and commitment, you transform them into opportunities for personal evolution, embracing the fullness of your potential. Chapter 9. Strengthening Emotional Resilience. In life, setbacks are inevitable. They come in many forms: unexpected challenges, disappointments, or moments where the weight of the world feels too heavy to bear. Yet, it is not the setback itself that defines us, but our response to it. Emotional resilience is the capacity to recover, adapt, and continue moving forward in the face of adversity. It is not about avoiding difficult emotions or pretending that everything is fine when it's not, but about developing the strength to endure, learn, and rise again, even stronger than before. To build emotional resilience, you must first accept the truth. Life will test you. There is no escaping hardship, but there is a choice in how you meet it. Emotional resilience begins with acknowledging your feelings without being overwhelmed by them. It is easy to be consumed by anger, fear, or sadness when life takes an unexpected turn. However, the key lies in giving yourself permission to experience those emotions without letting them take control. The goal is not to eliminate negative feelings, but to allow them to pass through without defining you. The ability to bounce back from setbacks is deeply tied to your mindset. Viewing adversity as a temporary situation rather than a permanent condition allows you to keep perspective. Resilient individuals understand that tough times don't last forever. They may challenge you, but they do not have the power to destroy you. Every hardship carries with it an opportunity to develop deeper understanding, new skills, and the strength to persevere. Developing emotional resilience requires cultivating a sense of inner stability that isn't easily shaken by external circumstances. It is about understanding that you have within you an innate ability to recover. Your emotional well-being is not solely reliant on external validation or the absence of difficulty. It comes from the confidence in your own capacity to navigate through hard times with grace, patience, and perseverance. One of the most powerful tools in building emotional resilience is the practice of mindfulness. When faced with adversity, your mind often races with thoughts of fear, doubt, and worst-case scenarios. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. It helps to create a mental space where you can respond to challenges from a place of calm rather than reacting impulsively. This practice allows you to regain control of your emotional state and avoid spiraling into despair. Another crucial aspect of emotional resilience is self-compassion. When setbacks occur, it's easy to become critical of yourself, to question your worth or abilities. However, self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend in a similar situation. It means forgiving yourself for mistakes and recognizing that imperfection is a part of the human experience. By nurturing self-compassion, you build a foundation of emotional strength that allows you to recover faster from setbacks and move forward with a renewed sense of purpose. Building emotional resilience also requires creating a support network of people who can provide encouragement and perspective when times get tough. No one should have to face difficulties alone. Surround yourself with those who uplift you, who offer wisdom, empathy, and unconditional support. Resilient people understand that it is not a sign of weakness to seek help. Rather, it is a recognition of the power of community. By leaning on others, you not only gain strength, but you also strengthen your bonds with those who truly care. Moreover, developing resilience involves practicing patience with yourself and the process. It's easy to want quick fixes or instant recovery, but emotional healing is a gradual journey. Setbacks can feel like insurmountable obstacles in the moment, but with time and persistent effort, they become stepping stones to a stronger, more resilient self. Patience allows you to build resilience at your own pace, acknowledging that growth comes in stages and that every small step forward is an achievement in itself. Resilience is also fostered by developing a sense of purpose and meaning in your life. When you have a clear vision of your values, goals, and aspirations, setbacks can be reframed as opportunities to align more closely with what truly matters. Challenges are no longer just obstacles. They become part of the process that leads you toward a deeper understanding of your purpose. The strength to endure difficult times comes from knowing that your struggles are not in vain, but are contributing to your growth and alignment with your deeper aspirations. Lastly, building resilience is not about avoiding failure, but learning to embrace it as an essential part of success. Failure, in its many forms, is often the catalyst for growth. It teaches you what doesn't work, refines your approach, and builds the grit necessary to try again. Resilient people are not those who avoid failure, but those who accept it as part of the journey and use it as fuel to keep moving forward with greater determination. True emotional resilience is built over time through consistent practice. It is not an inherent trait, but a skill that can be developed and strengthened with intention and effort. By cultivating emotional resilience, you not only equip yourself to handle setbacks, but you also increase your capacity for joy, fulfillment, and sustained success in all areas of life. Chapter 10. The Freedom of Living Authentically. At the core of human fulfillment lies the pursuit of authenticity, embracing who you truly are, regardless of how others perceive you. The quest for external validation often keeps individuals trapped in a cycle of seeking approval, changing behaviors to fit others' expectations, and losing touch with their true selves in the process. In an era driven by social media, comparisons, and pressures to conform, the challenge of living authentically becomes all the more pressing. Yet the power to break free from these external influences lies within each person, waiting to be reclaimed. Living authentically begins with a deep, unshakable belief in your own worth. It requires recognizing that you are enough, just as you are, without needing to perform, impress, or prove anything to anyone. Society often conditions us to believe that our value is determined by our achievements, appearance, or social standing. This creates a dangerous cycle where we are constantly measuring our worth against others, never truly satisfied with who we are. The act of releasing the need for validation starts with acknowledging that these external measures do not define you. Your intrinsic value is not based on the approval or judgment of others. Authenticity requires an unwavering commitment to self-honesty. This means peeling back the layers of who you think you should be and uncovering the person you are beneath the surface. It means acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses, your desires and fears, without shame or the need for justification. It is only through this transparency with oneself that true personal growth can take place. Living authentically is not about being perfect. It's about embracing imperfection with grace and self-acceptance. When you live authentically, you shift the focus from seeking external validation to fulfilling your own intrinsic desires. The more you align your actions with your values, passions, and core beliefs, the more you create a life that is meaningful and fulfilling. The validation you once sought from others will naturally be replaced by the deep satisfaction of living in alignment with your truth. The peace that comes from this internal alignment is unmatched by any external praise or recognition. In a world that often emphasizes achievement as a measure of success, living authentically offers a quiet, profound freedom, a freedom that comes from being content in your own skin, irrespective of external circumstances. This journey to authenticity is often met with resistance. The fear of rejection, of being misunderstood, or not being accepted for who we truly are, is a powerful force. But the only way to transcend this fear is to understand that authenticity is not about approval. It's about permission. Giving yourself permission to be you, without apology or compromise, unlocks a level of personal liberation that cannot be found by living in accordance with others' expectations. One of the most liberating aspects of living authentically is the release of the need to constantly compare yourself to others. When you begin to live according to your own standards, free from the weight of comparison, you start to appreciate your unique path. Instead of focusing on what others have or what they are doing, you cultivate a deep appreciation for your own journey. This perspective shift not only fosters gratitude, but also reduces anxiety and self-doubt, as you no longer see others' success or progress as a reflection of your inadequacy. Another important element of living authentically is learning to set boundaries that protect your energy and peace of mind. Being authentic means you must honor your own needs, even when they conflict with others' desires. It takes courage to say no to things that drain you, to stop people-pleasing, and to prioritize your well-being. But once you start setting these boundaries, you'll find that you attract the relationships and opportunities that align with your true self. Authenticity naturally repels that which is not meant for you and attracts what serves your higher purpose. Living authentically also involves embracing the concept of self-evolution. As you continue to grow and evolve, your authentic self may shift and change. What felt true for you at one stage of life may no longer feel aligned with who you are becoming. Living authentically is a dynamic process where you allow yourself to change, to step into new versions of yourself, and to let go of old identities that no longer serve you. Authenticity does not mean remaining static, but rather embracing the fluidity of life with openness and curiosity. Finally, living authentically enables deeper connections with others. When you are true to yourself, you attract people who resonate with your authenticity. These connections are genuine and enriching because they are based on mutual respect and understanding rather than pretense or societal expectations. Authentic relationships are built on the foundation of vulnerability, trust, and acceptance. You no longer have to play a role or wear a mask to fit in. You are embraced for who you are, and you, in turn, embrace others for the same. The freedom that comes from living authentically is not just about rejecting external validation. It's about stepping into your power, living in alignment with your purpose, and embracing your full potential. It is the freedom to be unapologetically yourself, to pursue your dreams without fear of judgment, and to live a life that is meaningful, fulfilling, and uniquely your own. When you release the need for validation, you gain access to a life of abundance, joy, and peace, a life that is yours and yours alone. Chapter 11. Inspiring Courage in Others. True leadership is not merely about guiding others toward success. It is about inspiring them to face their fears, step into their own potential, and take bold actions even in the face of uncertainty. In this context, courage becomes the foundation upon which personal growth, transformation, and breakthroughs are built. However, the greatest impact is not achieved through words alone, but through the example set in everyday actions. When you embody courage in your own life, you become a beacon for others, showing them what is possible and empowering them to embrace their own strength. The first step in inspiring courage is to confront your own fears openly. People are not inspired by perfection or the absence of struggle. They are moved by the rawness of a person who faces challenges head-on and persists despite them. Vulnerability is often mistaken for weakness, but it is, in fact, the truest form of strength. When you are willing to share your struggles, acknowledge your uncertainties, and demonstrate how you rise from setbacks, you create an environment where others feel safe to do the same. Your authenticity becomes a powerful invitation for others to join you on the path of courage. By choosing to lead with vulnerability, you model resilience, not as an innate trait, but as a practice. You teach others that courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to act despite it. The process of overcoming fear is not linear, and those around you will see that courage is something cultivated over time through persistence and the choice to keep going even when the outcome is uncertain. Through your example, others learn that failure is not something to be avoided, but a necessary part of the journey toward growth. It is this willingness to fail forward that often sparks courage in those who may otherwise shy away from taking risks. The environment you create within your relationships, teams, or communities plays a vital role in fostering courage. When people feel supported and encouraged, they are more likely to take risks and step out of their comfort zones. As a leader, it is essential to create a culture of trust and safety, where mistakes are seen as opportunities for growth and vulnerability is met with understanding. When people feel that they will not be judged or punished for their actions, they are more likely to take the courageous step toward the unknown. This kind of supportive environment strengthens bonds, fuels collective courage, and cultivates a spirit of collaboration and innovation. Inspiring courage in others also means empowering them to trust their own instincts. Often, individuals shy away from courageous actions because they are afraid of making the wrong choice. By encouraging self-reliance and intuition, you give others the confidence to make decisions based on their own values, desires, and goals, rather than external approval. You help them understand that while guidance is important, they hold the power to shape their own path. This not only fosters personal growth, but also nurtures a sense of autonomy and self-belief. One of the most profound ways to inspire courage in others is through your actions in the face of adversity. How you handle difficulty often speaks louder than any words you could offer. When others see you weathering storms with grace, showing up even when the odds seem stacked against you, they are inspired by your strength and perseverance. Whether it's navigating challenges in your personal life, overcoming professional obstacles, or handling conflict with poise, your ability to rise in tough situations becomes a source of strength for others to draw from. Inspiring courage also involves giving others the space to lead themselves. Sometimes, the best way to empower others is to step aside and let them take the reins. Leadership is not about being in control all the time. It's about lifting others up so they can shine in their own right. By giving people the freedom to act, make decisions, and face challenges, you not only foster their growth, but also build their courage to step into leadership roles themselves. You cultivate a cycle where courage is continuously passed on from one person to the next, creating a ripple effect that extends beyond your immediate circle. Fostering courage in others also means offering them the tools and resources to succeed. While it's essential to encourage bravery, it's equally important to provide support and guidance along the way. This can be in the form of mentorship, knowledge sharing, or simply offering a listening ear during times of doubt. The courage to take bold actions often stems from the belief that success is possible and the confidence that you are not facing challenges alone. Offering these resources instills in others the belief that they are equipped to face their fears and come out stronger on the other side. Ultimately, inspiring courage is not about trying to make others feel the same way you do or pushing them into actions that aren't aligned with their own journey. It's about creating an environment where courage becomes a natural response to challenges, a space where fear is not the enemy, but the impetus for growth. When you lead by example, with authenticity, resilience, and a deep sense of purpose, you not only inspire courage in others, but also empower them to lead their own courageous lives in whatever form that may take. Chapter 12. Sustaining Fearless Living Every Day. Fearless living is not a destination. It is a lifelong practice. The true power lies not in moments of grand action, but in the small, consistent decisions you make each day. These everyday choices, though often overlooked, are the ones that shape your path toward living with courage, purpose, and unwavering self-belief. It is through these daily habits that you cultivate the strength to face any fear that may arise and to continue moving forward, no matter the obstacles. To begin, it is essential to understand that fearless living is a mindset that must be nurtured, not just on the days when life is easy, but especially on the days when fear feels overwhelming. The key to sustaining this mindset is not in waiting for the right circumstances, but in creating the circumstances yourself. The choices you make, what you focus on, how you react to challenges, and how you nurture your inner strength become the foundation of fearless living. These choices require practice, patience, and consistency. One of the most powerful tools in sustaining fearless living is the ability to start each day with intention. What you focus on when you first wake up sets the tone for the rest of your day. Beginning with gratitude, setting clear intentions, or taking a few moments to meditate can center your mind and align your actions with your higher goals. These habits create a mindset that sees possibilities instead of limitations, giving you the clarity and confidence to move through the day with purpose. Equally important is the habit of prioritizing your well-being. Fear thrives when you are worn down, stressed, or mentally and physically exhausted. When you neglect self-care, you allow fear to take root more easily. Taking care of your body, mind, and spirit is an essential daily practice that fortifies your resilience against fear. Regular exercise, nutritious meals, sufficient rest, and moments of relaxation are all necessary for maintaining the energy needed to stay brave and focused in the face of uncertainty. Fearless living also requires an unwavering commitment to self-talk that uplifts and empowers. The narrative you tell yourself daily shapes your reality. If you constantly remind yourself of past failures, limitations, or fears, you create a cycle that holds you back. Instead, cultivate a dialogue that encourages growth, celebrates progress, and supports your journey. Affirmations, positive reinforcement, and self-compassion are crucial elements in the daily reinforcement of a fearless mindset. Another important habit is embracing challenges as opportunities to grow. In any given day, there will be moments that require stepping outside of your comfort zone. It may be taking on a new project at work, speaking up in a meeting, or simply having a difficult conversation with a friend or family member. Each of these moments, no matter how small, is an opportunity to practice courage. Fearless living does not mean avoiding discomfort. It means meeting it head-on and using it as fuel to grow stronger. By regularly pushing yourself to do things that scare you, however big or small, you reinforce your ability to take risks and handle uncertainty with grace. The habit of self-reflection plays a crucial role in sustaining fearless living. Taking time each day or week to reflect on your actions, your mindset, and your progress helps you stay connected to your values and goals. Reflecting on your experiences allows you to adjust, learn from mistakes, and celebrate successes, all of which contribute to building long-term confidence. It also helps you stay grounded, reminding you of how far you have come and why you started in the first place. Surrounding yourself with a supportive environment is another essential aspect of maintaining fearless living. The people you interact with daily influence your mindset and actions. Negative influences, whether they come from people, media, or environments, can undermine your sense of confidence and courage. It is important to intentionally curate relationships and spaces that uplift, challenge, and encourage you to stay aligned with your purpose. Whether it's connecting with like-minded individuals who inspire you or finding a mentor who can offer guidance, the support of others reinforces your commitment to living fearlessly. Accountability also plays a pivotal role. Having someone to check in with, whether it's a mentor, a coach, or a friend, helps keep you focused and motivated. This external support can encourage you to stay on track with your goals and remind you that you are not alone in your journey. Accountability partners help you navigate through moments of doubt and keep you aligned with your larger vision. Each of these habits, mindfulness, self-care, empowering self-talk, embracing challenges, reflection, supportive environments, and accountability, contributes to a robust foundation of fearlessness that becomes ingrained in your life. By consistently incorporating them into your daily routine, you not only sustain fearless living, but you also build upon it, creating a cycle of growth and empowerment that propels you forward. In this way, living fearlessly becomes not just a momentary burst of courage, but a way of life, continually reinforcing your belief in yourself, your dreams, and your ability to achieve them. Conclusion: fearless living is not a grand, singular event, nor is it a trait reserved for a select few. It is a process, an ongoing journey of embracing discomfort, confronting doubt, and choosing courage every day. As you move through the steps and practices laid out, remember that true empowerment comes not from avoiding fear, but from transforming it into a source of strength. The power to live fearlessly resides within you, waiting to be awakened by your willingness to face the unknown and persist in the face of uncertainty. The path to fearless living is personal and unique. It is not about perfection or being without fear. It is about the commitment to consistently show up, to continue moving forward even when the path seems unclear, and to trust in your ability to overcome whatever challenges arise. The journey may not always be smooth, but every step you take, no matter how small, reinforces the belief that you are capable, strong, and ready for anything. Through self-awareness, intentional action, and the cultivation of empowering habits, you have the tools to transform fear from a barrier into a stepping stone. Each day presents a new opportunity to live in alignment with your values, purpose, and dreams. As you move forward, you carry with you the knowledge that fear is not something to fear, but something to embrace and use as a catalyst for growth. You are now equipped to live a life where your fears no longer hold you back, but instead fuel your progress. With courage as your compass, you are free to pursue your dreams, unlock your full potential, and inspire others to do the same. The world awaits your unique contributions, and with each fearless step, you bring yourself closer to becoming the person you are meant to be. Your journey towards fearless living has just begun, and it is one that will continue to unfold, filled with endless possibilities.